We've all been there. You're halfway through an important email or right in the middle of a sentence, and suddenly you freeze. You stare at the screen, second-guessing yourself. Is that grammar actually correct? Hello, I'm host A. Making mistakes is a normal part of speaking any language. Our goal today is to look at a few common tripwires and replace that uncertainty with a few reliable corrections you can use right away. To make this easier, think of grammar rules less like academic laws and more like simple software updates for your phone. We are just taking your current version 1.0 communication and applying a quick patch to help it run more smoothly. To do that, we are going to use a sentence X-ray. We will look beneath the surface of a few confusing phrases to find the specific point where the structure is breaking down. Seeing the internal logic of these sentences makes the corrections easier to remember. By identifying exactly where these specific breaks happen, we can clarify both your professional emails and your casual conversations. Let's start in the office. In a professional setting, the goal is to make your requests and updates feel direct and easy to follow. Here is a common version 1.0 error. Let's discuss about the project. Running the sentence X-ray on discuss reveals it already means to talk about, making about redundant. Dropping the extra word gives us version 2.0. Let's discuss the project. Removing these redundancies makes your writing feel more confident. It shows you are being respectful of the reader's time by getting straight to the point. This same logic applies to casual speech, like when you're asking a quick question at a cafe or talking with friends. Often heard, "Does she has a car?" The X-ray reveals a conflict. Does steals the S sound. Since does carries the S, the action word relaxes in its base form. Changing has to have gives us version 2.0. Does she have a car? Letting one verb do the heavy lifting avoids those small verbal stumbles. It makes the sentence easier to say and much more natural to hear. Finally, let's look at digital communication, like the fast-paced texting we do every day. This layout shows a common typo, "You're welcome." The X-ray shows UOR indicates ownership. The apostrophe version is a shortcut for you are. Test this by saying you are out loud. Since it makes sense here, we need the apostrophe. Version 2.0, you're welcome. This single punctuation mark changes how your messages are perceived. It signals to the person on the other end that you are being attentive to the details of your conversation. Now that we've used the X-ray to look at these specific examples, we can see the impact of making these small, intentional adjustments. This table compares the three patterns. We moved from the conflicting structures of version 1.0 to cleaner corrections in version 2.0. These act as friction reducers, ensuring others focus entirely on your meaning, rather than being momentarily distracted by sentence structure. I challenge you to pick just one of these three upgrades to use today. Try checking your next email for an extra about, or double-checking an apostrophe before sending a quick text message. I'm host B. Small. Small, specific adjustments to these common patterns create a more consistent experience for the people reading your words or listening to your stories. Keep practicing these three fixes, and until